Hey everyone, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2024 Hyundai Tucson, we're going to be showing you how to install the Curt custom fit vehicle wiring harness. Before we do that though, let's take a minute, check this out and make sure it's going to work for you. So if you plan on pulling a trailer around with your Tucson, you're going to need a way to illuminate all lights on it. That way you're not only safe, but it's a legal requirement as well. And that's where a kit like this is going to come into play. It's going to have that four-way flat type connector, which is a really common size, especially for the types of trailers that the Tucson is likely to be pulling around. And it's going to give us our basic functions. We'll get our tail lights, our turn signals, and our brake lights. When it actually comes to figuring out what wiring kit is going to work with the Tucson, you can use the drop-down menu in our fit guide, and you'll see a couple of different options. One will say with factory tow package, and the other option would say without factory tow package. You would assume, well, my car don't have a hitch or anything out of the factory, I probably don't have the factory tow package. But in all honesty, it's usually the other way around. The vast majority of these vehicles, these Tucsons that we see in here, even without a hitch installed from the factory, usually have that connector plug that we're looking for. And on this particular vehicle, it's extremely easy to figure that out and see if you have the plug. It's on the driver's side, right up here in this area. You can just look up there. You don't even have to take anything apart. If you see that plug there, then this kit will work for you. If you do not see that plug there, that's where the other universal type kits are going to come into play and get those sorted and hooked up and power up your trailer's lights. As far as getting your connector mounted up, you got a couple of different options. What I did was just use maybe a couple foot of this wire loom here, which you'll have to grab extra if you want to do it this way, and just secured it to our safety chain opening on our hitch there. I don't think it looks terrible, drops down, blends in pretty good. If you'd rather have something a little more fixed, then you could always pick up some brackets. So on this vehicle, we have the eTrailer hitch. The others should be pretty similar. You could probably use a no drill long bracket and then a four-way flat bracket like this. That would clamp to the hitch, and then this would mount in here. So a couple of different ways of doing that, and both of them work just fine. So when it comes down to it, a great option for those of you that have that tow package plug, makes things quick and easy and gives you all those signals that you're going to need. When it comes to the installation, I mean, just about anyone should be able to do this. You find that plug, pull the little factory cap off of it, plug the wiring in, zip tie a few things up, and you're good to go. So really shouldn't run into too many issues, but if you're going to be doing this yourself, feel free to hang around. We'll go ahead and get started on it now. To begin our installation, we're going to be working underneath the back of our Tucson on the driver's side. And right here in this area, we can locate a factory connector plug. Here's the connector plug we were looking for. And on the end of it, there's going to be what's called a dummy plug. It's just a cap to protect the terminals, more or less. So we need to remove that. Just push down on the tab. You can pop that right off. Not going to be reinstalling that, so we can get rid of it. And then we can take our new trailer wiring. Make sure the fuse is not installed just yet. We'll get this plugged in first. Take this, line it up, plug it right on in. Then we can grab the included fuse and place it into the holder. What I've done now is just secured our wiring. So I just used some zip ties and bundled everything up, attaching it to that factory harness that was already there. And then I took our four-way flat wiring, looped it around kind of behind our bumper, all the way over. We're going to have it dropping down, and then I just use the dust cover to connect it to the safety chain opening on our hitch. It is a good idea to test your wiring to make sure that it's working properly. I like to use a tester like this as opposed to hooking up to my trailer because if something's wrong with the trailer, it might mislead you. I'm thinking it's something you did on the vehicle side. But with that in mind, we'll go ahead, try our left turn, our right turn, We'll hit our brakes and turn on our running lights. Now that we verified everything works, I used a couple foot piece of this wire loom here just to put it over the wire and help it kind of blend in and clean up our install look. And with that done, that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Curt custom fit vehicle wiring harness on our 2024 Hyundai Tucson.